Hi guys, today's Wednesday, March 3rd, and we're gonna go on an adventure in the backwoods of Arkansas. Today we're gonna go out in the woods and try to find a cave, a wild cave that Dad and I used to visit when I was a kid. And he is coming with me, but he doesn't really like to be on film, so I'm not gonna make him. Are you ready? Here we go. We start off the adventure in my parents' field, and I know I've shown this before on my other channel. Here's the outhouse that Dad built. Topless bikers welcome. That's good to know. Any of you topless bikers are ever in the area? There's the skylight up there. It used to have a chandelier. I don't know what happened to that. But that's enough of that. Let's go try to find the cave. There's the remnants of my old tree house. And here we have the Ozark Superhighway. Plans foiled, you guys. There's a gate right there where we would have been going, and it says private property on it, so I don't know how to get a hold of the neighbors to ask for permission right at the moment, so we're not going to chance it. It's a gorgeous day out today. It's already about 75. Spring is in the air. I've seen 2 butterflies, one orange, one yellow. I don't know where we're going now. We're just wandering around.
Now that's just one of the little ones. And there, see, here's the big ones.
You guys should have seen how I was walking through that field. Yep. I was being very, very careful because it is warm enough for snakes out, and I do not want to accidentally come across a copperhead today. So I convinced Dad to get back on the superhighway, and we're walking down the other direction for a bit, see what we can find. That's a pretty cool log right there. It's a pretty good view of the mountain from here, too.
Oh, yeah, they are. Look how deep that is. It's right down in the middle.
Some pretty big cliffs there.
A long way down.
Do you remember the name of that mountain? I never can remember the names of mountains.
No, I don't think.
It might be Gaither Mountain or Mount Sherman, or I don't think it's either one of those. I don't know. And I'm in the woods again. Don't know how that happened. Couple of tips for being in the woods. Never pick up any rocks or step over a log without tapping on them. Beware of those snakes, you guys. Okay, now I see why he brought me down here. Looks like someone has dumped a whole bunch of stuff on the property. About halfway down the mountain. You can kind of see the bottom down there, not really. So that's lovely. That looks like a trampoline frame.
Yeah, it probably is.
Is that my old little trampoline frame? So you brought this down here? I guess I can't do a lecture on dumping. Dad brought it down here. It wasn't a dumping situation. Apparently it was a storage situation. Made it! No snakes. This is the far edge of my parents' field, and looks like there's some work being done over here. I don't know what that is. An impressive log right there. Well, I got my answer, what they were doing with the construction back there. Here we are coming upon the neighbor Freddie's field. Dad just pointed something out really cool. They made a mushroom out of this log. So here we are at the gate. Many a time Dad and I used to wander all around this field. We had permission from the neighbor. Hi, cows. You guys want to know the best thing about this field? Look at this view right here.
Take one of these.
Is there anything in there? Oh, hey, look at that. It goes all the way across.
Oh, yeah.
Anything down there?
Well, you go come in it.
We ended up recreating one of the walks that Dad and I used to take all the time back when I was a kid. And when we get to the end, there's something pretty cool. Walking by this yard, we found these really cool rock sculptures. Look at that, you guys. How nifty. I love the shape of that one. Dad's calling it the horse. We just got attacked through the fence by a really vicious, cute little dog. And you guys, I should have brought some sunscreen. I was not thinking today.
Way down.
That is another good scenic view right there.
Look at that one way up there. That's way up there.
I like the ones over there, that old pointy one on the right.
Oh, the little bitty ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this road is a lot more remote than the one that I have to drive to get to my parents' house, but it's a lot smoother, we were realizing. I could be wrong, but I think that's mistletoe up in that tree.
Something's falling off of those. It's probably what it's supposed to be.
Pine cones, looks like. What? Look at that. When did they do this? The road was not like this last time I came down here. Found some pretty moss. This is the old red clay pit. Dad and I used to come out here and hunt for fossils back when I was a kid. We would spend hours out here. Didn't have all these trees in it back then. It was just red clay. We're almost down the mountain, and I can see from here our destination, what I was looking for, is still there. I honestly didn't know after all these years. We've also just realized it's going to be a long, steep walk back to the house. Look at these rocks that I found. Are these not the coolest thing ever? Look at how big these are. There's some bigger ones. Those are, I would say, at least 20 feet tall right there. Hey, are you friendly? Oh, look at you. Hi there. Hi, dogs.
Hello, puppy.
You guys are cute. And here we are at our destination. This is a really old building. I actually don't remember how old it is. Maybe they have a plaque up there or something. It's the Basin Church. It's probably, I'd say about a half mile away from my parents' house. There's no way I'm going to attempt to even try to tell you guys how to get there. That used to be the bathrooms for the church. There were a couple of outhouses.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, those were still standing, but right now, all you can see back there is a little pile of rubble. And here's the church itself. We're down at the very bottom of the mountain now. If you guys remember that view that I showed you from the very top, that is where we went, all the way down to the bottom. Right across the road from the church, we have a little spring. Anyone for some rafting? Now I'm going to show you guys my favorite part of this place, and that's the spring. It used to have watercress growing out of it, and it still does. There we go. Fresh watercress. I would walk down here just to pick some of the stuff sometimes back in the day. There's a better shot of the spring. And our new friend. Hi there. Oh, we have an explorer. Oh, I think I saw a crayfish down there. I did. Can you guys see it? The Basin Community Church. Every once in a while when I was a kid, we would hold community picnics out here in the yard. I wish I remembered more about this place. I'm trying to look around and see if maybe they have written on the building when it was built, something like that. Windows are in a little bit of disrepair right there. Screen's kind of ripped out. Otherwise, the building looks in really good shape. I seem to remember people saying that it was really old back when I was a kid, but for some reason I just cannot remember exactly the year it was built. Maybe I'll try to look it up online a little bit later, give you guys some more information if I can. But for now, I think we're ready to start hiking on back up the mountain. Here's a better shot of the outhouse rubble. This is the actual path that you used to take to get to the outhouses. And here's one last shot of the basin before we start heading on up the mountain. Man, you guys, this is gonna be steep. We can do it. We appear to have a stowaway. It's following us.
Hello, puppy.
This is why I don't drive on ice or snow. Not only is it incredibly steep on the road itself, look how steep it is on the sides of the road. All those rocks. The dog finally had enough, but we are moving on up. Dad found a souvenir. Pretty nice looking piece of flint right there.
Yeah.
Very colorful. It's starting to get kind of breezy, which is not a bad thing, considering that it got a little bit warmer than I was expecting it to today. Just check the weather, 79 degrees. I'm not complaining about that. I love it, but the breeze is nice going up this hill. And we made it back to the top of the mountain. We did take it pretty slow, and I made sure to stop for water breaks a few times. So really, it wasn't all that bad. You guys, I just had a thought. What if I got ticks while I was walking around in the woods? I'm gonna have to check. First thing I do when I get home, tick check. Shower, the works. No snakes though. I don't think I have any ticks. I think I'd be able to tell by now. I just heard something rustling around in the... I don't think it was a snake. I think we're good. Okay, I might have lied a while ago. One more little hill, and then we'll be at the actual top. This one's not as bad, though. Squirrel! Here we are at the top again, and just for comparison, here's the view now that we've been all the way down there. If you see those valleys way down there at the bottom, those are the little hills that we were just looking up at down by the creek. Way down there. And I didn't mention this a while ago, but do you guys know what this is called? This hill right here? Around here, a hill or a mountaintop without any trees on it is called a bald knob. Bald because there's nothing on top, and the knob would be the name for the hill. Believe it or not, there are some hints of civilization out here. We've passed about 3 cars and a FedEx truck. Back on the property, it's a straight shot from here. And that wind is kind of picking up, you guys. Well, thank you guys for coming along. In retrospect, I don't actually know if it was that great of an idea to take an 82-year-old Alzheimer's victim on a mile-long hike up and down a mountain. But he likes adventure, he did well, we took it really slow. I made sure we stopped for water. So it was okay, and really, it's not like I'll get the chance to do this again. It was so much fun recreating that old hike. We used to do that so many times back in the day, in the 80s, early 90s. So I hope you guys had fun too. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll see you next time. Subscribe if you haven't already. Love you guys. Later.